Well, high expectations hover over the Boyd-Lady Broncos this season, and head coach Kelly Quinn wouldn't have it any other way. Kelly, you returned several veterans from last year's team that went to the regional semifinals, ranked 10th in the state in the preseason coaches poll this year. It seems like you and your players embrace what's on the table this season.
I think that they have. I think that they understand that we have a lot of talent, and it's an opportunity to go far in playoffs, and I think that they're really focused on the goal even now in August.
Your season is already underway. You finished second at the Duncanville Tournament of Champions over the weekend. What did you take from that event?
You know, we beat a lot of very, very talented teams. We ended up beating Amarillo, which has been a powerhouse in the state for years and years and years. We ended up beating Marcus and College Park and A&M Consolidated and a school called Woodbury, but we ended up losing in the finals to South Lake Carroll. And I think the biggest thing that we learned from that match is we have to maintain our composure under pressure. And I think that that's good that we kind of saw a playoff type atmosphere even in our first tournament. So I think learning from that whole tournament was just staying calm under pressure, and we played great until the very end, and you know, South Lake did a great job of serving very aggressively, and it kind of took us out of the offense, but you know, it was a very, very good weekend. I was very proud of the girls. I think that they were disappointed with the outcome of the last match, but overall it was a great weekend.
And Kelly, you know, it's not like these games count toward playoff seeding.
Right.
Obviously that comes with district play next month, but doesn't tournament play help shape your team going forward? And really in your case, it offers some competition that may be greater than what you see in district play.
Absolutely, and that's kind of how we look at it. Our district, we have a few competitive teams in our district, but overall we're going to get our preparation for playoffs in our tournaments. We're in the 3 strongest tournaments in the state with Duncanville, Allen, and Pearland. And you know, next weekend in Allen, we're supposed to be in the pool. We're ranked first over Hebron, who won state last year, and Amarillo, who won state 2 years ago. So it's, you know, we're seeing competition that is the best of the best in the state, and that's where we're really getting that experience in that pressure type situation, because you know, our district is competitive with a few teams, but overall we're going to be getting our main competition through these competitive tournaments.
You opened the season with some fun competition against crosstown rivals, McKinney North, swept both of those teams. Always a good way to open the season. What struck you about those 2 matches?
You know, I think it's actually the girls. Like they enjoy playing their friends. They know them. You know, it's, you know, I know they get on Facebook and it's kind of, you know, it's basically bragging rights, but I think that it's just a fun opener for us. And I know that the kids, even, you know, the North and High girls really enjoy it. So it's an opportunity to open up with just camaraderie in the district.
We know that the benchmark for Boyd volleyball was set back in 2007. That team went to the regional finals of Class 4A. Your juniors and seniors on this team were in middle school. Watch that team go on its run. It's almost like they treat that team as the standard for Boyd, and they want to meet it, even exceed it.
Absolutely. You know, that team is very talented. Extremely talented, and we had an opportunity to go all the way, and I think that the girls saw this. I mean, Megan Millette and Drew Darling, Megan was in 7th grade and Drew was in 8th grade, and Drew came to that match that we lost against Waco Midway, and I think that they understand that is or was kind of identified Boyd volleyball, and now I think that they want to be that team that identifies, you know, that's what Boyd volleyball is about. They want to be what they called the super team in the Dallas Morning News article that was, you know, posted last week. So I think that they understand, they admire that team, but they also strive to do bigger and better things than that team could achieve.
Yeah, you bring up Drew Darling in the super team comment. She says that this team wants to be a super team like that one was 4 years ago. We know that Drew is a super player. She led your team in kills a year ago as a junior. Now as a senior, how has Drew Darling raised her game?
Well, one, I can't believe she's finally a senior. I've had her on varsity since her freshman year, and she has been a starting staple in the lineup for, you know, 3 past years, and now this year. She is stepping into a role that is new for her. She is definitely a leader by example, and I'm really stretching her to become a leader, a vocal leader, so she can lead the team. She's comfortable. She is probably the most calm athlete I've ever coached against. She has never lost her cool. She is so even-keeled. She comes out, she plays her best under stressful situations. So, that's where I know that she really excels. Kaylee Sieber is coming up as kind of the vocal leader. She's our libero. She's, kind of filling the shoes of Kelly Martin. She's doing a great job. She actually got all-tournament team at Duncanville. So anyway, those are kind of our two leaders on the team right now. Drew's kind of a leader by example. Kaylee's the vocal leader. And then, of course, we have Megan and Allie Cobb and Brantley Reed. And, we've got Krista Bukovac and Emma Meyer. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some girls that are really standouts right now. But we just have a team that is solid all the way across. And the team chemistry is fabulous.
What is it like for Kaylee Sieber to have to step into those shoes that were once occupied by Kelly Martin?
I'm sure she compares herself to Kelly, but Kelly was talented. She was, the most talented defensive player that's come through Boyd up until this point. Allison Frizzell, of course, too. But, Kaylee is just doing a great job. She knows her role. She's filling in. She's using her strengths. That's the best part about, helping these girls find their leadership is helping them become their truest self. And when you can do that, then they're their strongest leader. So Kaylee's just doing a great job of filling those shoes, but also in a different role because she's such a, vocal leader on the court too.
You've ticked off all the names on your team, so many stars, juniors and seniors. All that's what comprises your whole team. And I remember a year ago, after the regional semifinal loss to the Woodlands, your assistant Laura Brash was here on Sports Talk. She mentioned that maybe some youth got to that team in that pressure-packed moment. How does that experience serve them now? Now they're a year older. Now they're all just about upperclassmen.
Well, actually, I think that the kind of what happened against the Woodlands, we had never played in an arena that big. I mean, it was huge. Depth perception's off. I mean, it's totally different dynamic, and they hadn't been there before. And I think that they remember how that feels. The pressure's already up, and they kind of, just showed their inexperience. And I feel like that is something that they have to go through in order to continue to improve. And I am really glad that we had that opportunity against Southlake to play in kind of a similar situation, just to remind them how intense those matches are, and they have to mentally prepare for practice in every match that way, knowing that that's down the line. Because I told them we're going to face them again. At some point in time, we will face Southlake Carroll again.
Also this past weekend, you really liked what your sub-varsity teams did. They performed well on a big stage.
Yes, they did. Our freshman red team came in second at the Bishop Lynch tournament, and then our freshman Navy team won their tournament against both teams played Shepton in the finals. So it was a great match, and Coach Robertson and Coach Looper do a great job. And we have an extremely talented group of freshmen coming in. Actually, that's kind of where our height is in the program. We don't have any. We have, a few girls that are tall in varsity, but overall, I think our freshman girls are as tall as the varsity is this year.
Yeah, you're really excited about that group, no doubt. But you're also excited, like you said, all juniors and seniors, and 11 of the 15 are juniors. To have them coming back for next year, it has to be an exciting proposition, even as you just start this 2011 season.
Yes, we're going to have experience. The following year, I don't know where we will be realigned, into. We might be realigned back into the Allen and the Plano district, and which is great because we're going to have the experience from the current juniors next year as seniors, when we more than likely will, or maybe possibly, I don't know the whole situation, get realigned back into that more competitive district. And so we'll be able to hold our own again within that competition next year too.
You've built an incredible track record at Boyd in its brief history, at least 25 wins in 4 of the first 5 years as a varsity program. You've been to the regional tournament a couple of times. It's so early on in the season, obviously, but how does a team, I'm sure breaks play a part in it, who you play matchups, but how does a team break through from the regional tournament to a state tournament appearance?
I think experience. I think that they've been there this year. We have the talent to go to state. We absolutely have the talent. Honestly, I've seen at this weekend, the tournament, we have the best teams, some of the best teams in the state are at the Duncanville tournament, and there wasn't a team that I said, wow, they're just that much better than we are. You know, I think that it's getting the girls to believe that they are one of the top teams in the state. I think they are beginning to believe it. I think it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, us, we are, you know, they're so they're humble, you know, and I think that they're beginning to realize and embrace what opportunities we have this year. And so getting past the regional tournament will be difficult. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of luck to, you know, just matchups, and you know how that goes. So hopefully we can get a little bit of luck on our side and continue to work hard and make it all the way.
Kelly, we appreciate the time. Best of luck. I know we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Kelly Quinn, head coach of the Boyd Lady Broncos. They aren't afraid to say that a state tournament appearance is the goal this season, and they continue to face competition that will help prepare them for the road ahead. Hebron first this week, and then the Allen tournament as Boyd continues its season.